Hello people, and welcome to Tom's Tips. Today we're going to talk about pipes that you'd meet outside under the ground. You put a new kitchen in, and inside you can meet iron, lead, copper and black alkathene, which I haven't got any sample to, but this fitting will deal with any one of those. This is what's known as a 15mm to 21mm adapter, and it'll take any one of those sizes to the blue alkathene. So you'd use this underground to connect to your water main, make good an old water main. The best thing to do, of course, if you've got iron or lead, is to get them out to the ground and renew it back to the water main. But that's not always possible, for various reasons. So you've got to connect to iron, which is probably the most frightening. This is the fitting to use. Right, so one side of it, this fitting will go one side to the blue stuff and the other side to it'll go to iron, copper, lead or the black alkathene. If you go into copper, you need all the gubbins inside. Inside there's a rubber ring, a collar and a grab ring. So you'll need all those for 15mm. Or half-inch copper it would be. You won't need 15mm underground now. They've not used that for years. So you just put everything together. Put your half-inch copper in, and that will screw onto it. And that'll be watertight. On the other side is the blue alkathene, and in that side, on this particular fitting, that's come right through. No worries. That would seem a little bit loose to anyone who doesn't know what's happening, till you put that grab ring on. That shoves down on the rubber, expands the rubber and grips it, and you have to make a good joint. But it's unusual to find copper. If you've got copper underneath your house anyway, you probably wouldn't use one of these. There's cheaper ways of doing it. Well, that's just to explain the versatility of this fitting. Right, so we're going to go to iron now. That's very frightening to find underground, because if it is there underground, it's been there 100 years and it'll be very worn inside, full of crustaceans and barnacles and God knows what else will be inside there. And the best thing to do is to get rid of it altogether, get a new water main in, get some of the new blue stuff in. But I understand that it's not always possible. You might have one of these going across your property, and it's serving other people down the road, so you can't cut it off. So this fitting will get you out of the mire in that one. We don't need everything inside. We don't need that. We just put the rubber on, put the outer cover on, the gripper ring, and the rubber. This rubber will find tight because you're on the limits of this one fitting. This fitting goes from 15mm to 21, and iron is 21 or thereabouts. You may have to file some off, and you may have to struggle getting it in, but that will go in. I'll give you a good joint. That won't leak. I've done many. You can trust them. It'll also go to lead. Lead's roughly the same size as iron. It's about 21. If you come to 3/4 iron or 3/4 lead, then you need the next size up, which will be 21 to 27 transition fitting. And there again, that would take you to, you can get them to go to anything on this side as well. It's just that this particular one goes to blue alkathene. And if you're very unlucky, you might come across 1.25 inch pipe. That's probably about the biggest you're going to see running through your garden. Anything after that will be in the road, I would think. But there again, if you do come across that, there's a bigger fitting, bigger brother here, he'll sort it out. This one goes from 27 millimeters to 35 millimeters, and the British equivalent for that is 1.25 inch. So that would go on 1.25 inch, the same way that was, and it'll take you to blue alkathene. Just out of interest, this blue alkathene on this fitting, it's a different make, and it's a different type of fitting. This will just push straight in. That's a sealed rubber ring, and they're the same size as that, so that's the correct fitting. And then that, sorry, wait a minute, they'll have a grabber ring. The grabber rings always have the chamfer at the back, so that the chamfer in that meets the chamfer in that, and it makes it so that that won't push out. So this nut's not doing anything. All that's doing is stopping it from shooting out. The seal was already made when we pushed it into the rubber. So that's the baby you need if you come across the bigger stuff in the garden, and they'll get you out of the mire. The iron really is a bad one. You don't want to see that in your garden. Anyway, see you again. Bye. Hello people. This is just a bit of extra information really on the last video that I made. It's also for the benefit of the water board. I intend to send this video to the water board because this piece of pipe was recently cut out a couple of days from a working house. It's been cut out of a pipe that's still serving 2 or 3 houses in the row. I asked the water board to go down and inspect the pipe because it is well corroded. And they came down and said to just cut it out and let the rest serve the houses. And I said, well, you know, it's a disaster waiting to happen because it could burst at any time, doing untold amount of damage underground that you wouldn't see. But they didn't care. They said, no, we can't do that, you just got to keep that pipe serving the rest of the houses. So that's what we've done. But I just want you to look at the condition of this pipe on the inside. It's full of all sorts of, I don't know what it is, needs examining. I'm just going to show you this bit here. I'm going to put a, look at that. And this is a pipe that's serving houses with drinking water. And the water board think that's okay. What do you think? See you later.